Whoa, welcome to today's video, y'all. It's a little bit different than the vlogs we normally do, but today we're going to be doing a hands-on review of the... Well, it's in here, a review on the DJI Mini 3 Pro. Let's get into it. So right off the bat, you're going to notice that this thing is tiny as hell. It's about the size of my frickin' hand, which is super convenient for anybody who's looking to take this thing on the go. If you're wanting to be a little bit more inconspicuous, it's a lot smaller than the Mavic 2 Pro, which I know this thing gets compared to a lot. To compare this to something most of us probably have, an iPhone 13. This little guy is about the same size. It's like if you put propellers on the iPhone 13 as this thing. This little man weighs 249 grams, which is 1 gram below the 250 limit, which you have to get it registered for with the FAA. I recommend getting this registered with the FAA anyway, because if you're going to fly it with the battery pack thing that comes with the battery that's going to put it over the 250 gram limit, then you're going to get it registered anyway. It's fly safe. So to talk about specs for a little bit, this little guy can do a lot for the size it is. Hold on, my cat wants to be in the video. 1 second. Okay. Now that he's in here, he's gonna want to leave. there you go. So to start off with the camera has a 1/1/3 sensor size, which is a little bit smaller than the Mavic 2 Pro. Because I think the Mavic 2 Pro has a full 1-inch sensor. I'm not 100% sure on that. It can record 4K at 30 FPS, or in 4K at 60, and then if you want to do any slow motion shots, you can do 1080p with 120 FPS, which is super slow motion. A lot of people are also going to like this drone because you can shoot vertical. So if you're shooting for social media, he's just destroying stuff, don't mind. So if you're shooting for social media, this drone is perfect for you. If you're like a content creator, this thing is perfect for you. If you go hiking a lot, if you're traveling a lot, this thing is going to be perfect for you. This thing can literally fit in my pocket. If you don't have a carrying case or a book bag or anything, you can take this virtually anywhere. I got the Fly More pack, which comes with 2 extra batteries. Those extra batteries put it over the 240 or the 250 gram flight limit, so I do have this thing registered. So the Fly More pack comes with this really cool bag. I got all my stickers and stuff from the Flight Club, Fly Academy. They'll give you your free sticker for your drone, which is super cool of them. This comes with their new RC controller. It's a lot like if you have flown the Mavic 2 Pro. It works a lot like that. Really nice touch screen. The screen is super nice and bright. I do think the Mavic 2 Pro has a brighter screen, but this one is going to work just fine for you. And just like the other controller, it's got your modes right here, the C and an S, which is your tripod mode, your normal mode, and your sport mode. It has like the return to home button and pause button, which will stop at mid-flight, just in case you get into a pickle or something. On the back, it's got 2 customizable buttons, which you can customize for whatever. You also have your record button and your photo button on the top, just like on the Mavic 2 Pro. And then also this, you got little wheels on it to control the camera, and the other one is to zoom in and out, which is another really cool function about the camera. What up? Yeah, so then the Fly More pack comes with these batteries and this charging case. It's really cool. If you click in the button, it'll show you how much charge is left on all these things. This like power bank, you can also use it to charge your phone with too, which is super convenient. So if you want to just use these batteries and charge your other pieces of equipment, you totally can do that. The only downside to this is that this thing is extremely slow to charge. So if you're in a pinch, you need to charge this thing really fast. I highly recommend getting something that's going to be like 1,000,000 watts to charge this thing. If you're just kind of a flyer like me who only charges it for jobs, I usually charge this overnight, and usually by the time I wake up, all of them are fully charged. But yeah, it kind of just depends what you're going to use it for. It comes with all the cables and everything like that to hook her on up. So we're going to go out into the field and go test this thing. See how she flies, see how she records, and yeah, we'll see you later. Yo, so we're out here at one of our parks that we like to go to. And we're gonna set the drone up and we're gonna go fly it. Here it is, guys. Pretty cool, right? With this RC controller, you have to double click like that to turn it on. It's kind of like how you turn on the drone. You gotta double press.
Is it because you're all cheeked up?
Yep.
Don't look at the sun. Bad for your eyes.
It's very bad for your eyes.
Yep.
You'll get a nice little doo when it turns on. Pretty cool.
It sounds like when you're at Target and their little things go off. It's the same sound.
Yeah. And just to turn it on, it's like any other fucking DJI drone. You just go, bleh. And you hear how freaking quiet that thing is? Nothing. Silent.
See ya.
So you can see from, it's pretty windy out for something really small like this, and it keeps it really still, surprisingly, which is really cool. The minor drone thing. So yeah, it's got a bunch of recording modes on it. You can record at 4K 30, 4K 60, or if you want to do super slow motion, you can do 1080p at 120 FPS. Currently filming on the flat color profile, which I think is called like D-Cine or something. Yeah, and as you can see on the screen, it keeps it extremely smooth for even how small it is. We actually got a high wind warning, but I still got a couple of clips of it with the high winds just to kind of show you, even in high wind, the gimbal on it keeps it super stable. My only other gripe about it is that since it is really small and that it's gray, it blends in with the clouds, so when it gets kind of far, you just totally lose track of it, which is something you don't want. We're ready to fly. Sensors on the front, the back, and the bottom, but not on the sides or on the top. So if I were to try to ram this thing straight into me, it can't do it.
It wants to, but...
You can see that I'm holding up. When it goes into vertical mode, you can actually see it just go whoop, flip up to the side, which is super freaking cool. I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not.
There's not enough light.
Ah, dang.
But
trust me, it flips. So something else that is really neat about this drone is that it can zoom in, which I don't know if any other drone can do that at this point in time of filming this. You can zoom in, I think up to 2 times, which is really cool. But since the sensor is so small, I wouldn't recommend going to 2 times the zoom because it gets really blurry and really soft, so I wouldn't recommend it. But not only does it do video, it also does really freaking good photos. You can get up to, I think, 48 megapixel photos, which is super nice. We'll switch it over to photo. And bam! Now, you can just go wherever you need to go and take your dang photo, which is neat. And again, that works for vertical mode too, so if you want to take a vertical photo, you can just switch it over to vertical, boom, and then just snap your dang photo. So the drone has a thing called Master Shots, which I know a lot of the other DJI drones have, where you can select, where you can select a subject and you can have it stay tracked onto it. So it can like follow you, it can orbit, it can rocket. It's got like all the other things that all the other DJI drones have. It's got hyperlapse, which is really cool. Ta-da! So along with photos, it can take different kinds of photos. If you want to do a panoramic, whatever the you can do that. You can do even like the spherical thing where it looks like a small planet, which is really cool. So yeah, we'll try taking a sphere one real fast and we'll see what that looks like. So what it's doing right now is that it's cycling through and it's taking photos at different heights, different whatever. And it's going to put it together as like a sphere, and then you'll be able to like do like a 360 view of whatever you took a photo of.
That's so cool.
Which is really cool. Another super freaking cool thing, only specifically to this drone that I know of, is that you have the ability to look up past like 60 degrees. I don't know what the exact degree angle is. So you can kind of get really interesting shots. Out.
I thought you'd take yourself out. It's like it's walking itself, like a little doggy.
Legend has it, the drone never came back.
Oh.
So to give my thoughts on this drone, I would say it's perfect for social media content creators, and it's perfect for people who are going to be using it for smaller professional things. I would say stuff like weddings, it's really good for with that, especially when you get that flight time of like 35 to 45 minutes. The only downside is, like I said when we were outside, so it doesn't have any sensors on the side, so you really got to pay attention to it when you're flying sideways. All of the different shots and camera doohickeys it can do, and it just tracks you and it does its own camera shots by itself, I think is phenomenal. I know all the other drones have that, but it's really cool that it's all built into this little thing right here. All for the whole low price of like $907. So if you can actually just buy the drone and this controller for like $907, I think. And then if you want to get the drone and they have another controller where you use your phone as a screen, I think that's like $600 or something. But the Fly More pack is probably going to put you around like $1,100. So if you want to get that extra flight time with it, if you want to help it have a little extra weight for those strong winds, then this pack would be perfect. But I think for the price, for how small it is, for everything that it can do, I think it is one of the most perfect drones I've ever seen. It's just super lightweight, compact, and it does everything that all of the other DJI drones do. I'd rate this drone a 10 out of 10. And that's it. That's the hands-on review. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. We have tons of equipment that we can review if you're ever interested in any of our stuff. Feel free to comment that down below if you want to see any of our other hands-on reviews. And yeah, that's it. Goodbye.